Check, check. Come over this way. Let me also, I failed to mention where Jerry did his graduate work. He got his PhD at Stanford University. Let me move now to our third presenter, Dr. Robert Young. He came in as well at the same year as myself and Dexter. We've been here 2 years. We're in our third year now. He is in the Department of English, and he teaches a number of courses that we cross-list, particularly the core required course for the African American Studies minor, which is African American Literature, EH 249. He has other courses, upper division as well as lower division that he offers that we do cross-list. He is a great asset to the African American Studies program. He completed his PhD at Syracuse University, and it is he has been a regular to my introduction to African American Studies classes and has done before complete lectures for the whole class. Today he is giving an opening discussion to us on African American Studies, Resistance, and Transformation. I give you Dr. Robert Young.
Thank you, Dr. Shabazz, for the introduction and for the invitation to participate in this panel. I'll keep my comments short so I can save some time for us to engage with my ideas as well as with the ideas of my colleagues. With that said, let me open up for you a very broad kind of political climate. Today, one of the most fundamental, if not the most fundamental division in society is class. And because of that, what ensues is class exploitation and the various forms of oppression, gender, racial, that are tied to class exploitation. With that kind of broad kind of political understanding, I want to suggest to you the role of African American Studies. And I suggest that there are two political functions for African American Studies at the turn of the century. At least two roles. One, African American Studies, it must produce and circulate historical and theoretical knowledges of the social totality. It must provide historical and theoretical knowledges that allow students to map out society in its totality. For example, it must allow students to connect what's going on in East Timor with, for example, Wall Street. It gives students a conceptual framework to map out the totality of contemporary world historical, economic, and political structures. So that's one. And I call this knowledges of resistance. Giving students knowledges to resist the tyranny of capitalism. That's one, I think, political mandate of African American Studies. The second mandate is, and this is tied to the first proposition, the second mandate suggests that African American Studies, it enables students to become self-conscious, advanced agents of transformation. In other words, it not only provides them with knowledges, historical, theoretical, and political knowledges, but it also enables them to become self-conscious, active agents of transformation. This I call subjects of change. And it's part of the dialectic here. On the one hand, you have students getting access to advanced theoretical political knowledges. On the other hand, they're getting these knowledges so that they may become agents of transformation. So in other words, it's not enough to give them knowledges to interpret the world. That's only one part of it. Along with that, they must also become active in praxis to change the world. Now, change the world for what and towards what? Change the world towards social emancipation. That is the struggle. You're giving students theoretical political knowledges to help them become agents of change, but change towards the elimination of exploitation in all forms of oppression. That is what the struggle is about. Bringing into being a society free of exploitation and oppression. And that is, as I see it, the role of African American Studies. It has a contribution to make in bringing about a society that's free from exploitation and oppression. And that is its historic role, as I see it. Thank you.